aqui na favela. Pra sentar no meu.
What's going on, guys? Welcome to Own the Chaos, where we talk about everything OTC. Now today I just got a pre-recorded video for you. Normally I go live and answer a lot of your questions and everything, but I got a lot going on with college graduation and just all kinds of other stuff I have. So I just thought I'd still get a video out here for you to view and see how I determine certain stocks to watch for and how I see value in stocks. So I'm going to give you two top stocks that I have on my watch list for this week, and that's going to be GMOS and CMGO. So GMOS and CMGO are the two stocks that I have on my watch list. Now CMGO was a very hot one towards the end of last week. I think we'll see the continuation of that this week. And GMOS was one that was one of my top stocks to watch for May. As we get closer to that settlement date, I anticipate more attraction coming to that stock, and I can show you how I found that due diligence right here. So for GMOS, this is the petition for custodianship under Frederick C. Bowman. And for those of you who aren't familiar with him, or those of you who might not have watched my previous video on this, Frederick Bowman is the lawyer for Joseph Acaro. Now, for those of you who aren't familiar with Joseph Acaro is a great CEO who's turned a lot of shell companies around and made a lot of money for a lot of people. If you are familiar with CYPE and LRDR, those are the current ones that he has since turned around since January and has gone up thousands of % since him taking it over and gaining custodianship of those stocks. I'm not saying that Frederick Bowman is the same guy, but he is his lawyer who has put all of those other custodianships in place. This looks like it could potentially turn out to be something similar to what Joseph Acaro has done to his companies. Now, I'm just, anticipating that we'll see a run into that custodianship, which is supposed to happen on May the 24th. And so we will see. Now, I'm just looking at the chart here as well. Obviously, everybody got excited when the custodianship first came out back in late April, and it has since dipped down a little bit, but it's starting to come back. If you can look at the chart here, it's really starting to gain a little bit more attention. It looks like people are starting to accumulate here into that 5/24 custodianship date. So if we will, if history on these custodianships still prove themselves, we could see potentially a nice little runner here and potential for profits. Now, the other one is CMGO. This was a hot stock at the end of the week last week. I turned $1,000 into $3,000 profit, so my total position was at $4,000 at one point and more as it got into the highs of a penny. I got in at 0019. I have since protected my initial investment, just like I always preach to you guys to do, and I'm holding the rest for profits to see what's going on with this settlement. Now, looks like we could be settling in nicely. I like the fact that it's holding its gains here from last week, and we could potentially see a nice squeeze and a bump here into this court date. Now, this is Pacer Monitor. It's a website that you can go and search cases for. That's all public record, and so I want you to kind of focus your attention on here, and this is why it ran last week. So they are suing another company for $200 million. I don't know if they're going to get all the $200 million, but that's what they're suing them for. And the settlement has been moved up. The judge has moved the settlement up to May 31st from, so it looks like it's about a week earlier than they wanted it to be. Now, oftentimes when you see that happen, it usually means it's good for the plaintiffs. So CMGO looks like it might be in good shape here if all goes well, based off of what judges usually do. The reason they move that forward because they're looking to either get a settlement or that the judge really sees the writing on the wall here, and that potentially in the favor of CMGO. Now, oftentimes you will see this run into the court date. NTLK is the first one that comes to mind most recently that had a patent infringement, and it was running into that court date. So we could see that as well here. We'll just have to watch out. But for me, I really like the way that it's been holding its gains here since Thursday, and we'll see what happens. So that's just a brief breakdown of how I find value in stocks and how I see potential. And by no means does this mean, am I telling you to buy into these stocks? It's just something that I see potential in hopes that you can go ahead and find potential in other stocks in similar way and be successful just as I am. If you're visiting for the first time, thanks for joining me. I appreciate you taking the time to view how I find value in stocks. And if you liked what you saw, please subscribe and set that notification bar to get notified whenever I go live or whenever I put up a new video. And for those of you who are returning and watching this video, I do appreciate you as well. Guys, if you haven't checked out the links in the description, please check them out. I am also part of the Techbuds-Solutions group, where we are 95,000 members strong worldwide and growing rapidly. I love the growth that we've had so far within TechBuds, and I'm so proud to be a part of the group. Also, there's plenty of other links down there, an equity feed link where I've shown you how I think equity feed is one of the best scanners out there. You can get 10% off by clicking the link below, and a bunch of other stuff, shirts, whatever. So that's all I got for you guys tonight. I hope that I was able to shed some light on to why I see these stocks as ones to watch for the week. And as always, guys, I will see you all before the bell. And B. Smith is out.